hmm the morality of this? Yes. hmm the enforcing of the moral standards. Mhm. I'd just like to know who the superintendent of prisons are. Yes. Because this superior ideology of being haughty, yeah. hmm One that is superior to unaffected by superiority. I'm actually going to sue you. And every individual in the prisons, yeah, let's go through them again because there's this idea, yes, that if I don't have a super ego because I'm divine, yes, well, then you can't hold me legally liable for my decision making. Now, when I informed you right now, I'm going to want the Clallam Bay Correctional Facility. See, I thought that somebody had sewn in the electric grid. And they thought, well, we're all going to end up in prison, so why don't we just do that right now? hmm Now, for those that are legally and morally obligated, yeah, to enforce the parenting rights of the United States, uh, my thought is that I do have the right to sue you. Yes, I have the right to have you prosecuted. Pooch. And then you get to go to prison. Now, for every day that you disagreed with what I was thinking, well, my superego would say there is the obligation to enforce the morality of court orders. Now, when my wife kidnapped my sons, yes. And then she ran into Clallam County and said, well, my husband's crazy. He got arrested on Guam. Yeah. And then you didn't wait until I got here to find out what actually happened because I wasn't arrested in Washington State? Yes. And then you decided right now that, well, we're just going to give the children to the woman. Yes. And then we're going to make the man have to, what? Jump through your hoops? Now, for every corrupt judge right now, I want you stupid fucks to understand, yes, that I'm actually going to sue you and have you put in prison. So these super divine individuals that call themselves judges, see, there's what's known as the Department of Corrections employees, yes, who become aware of possible child abuse or neglect during the course of their employment. Yeah, yeah. Now, the employees of the Department of Corrections, I emailed them. They should have become aware, yes, of the child abuse, yes, of giving custody of my sons to my wife without any due process of law. Now, it is child abuse and it is child neglect, yes, to have the evidence of them being in the wrong grades. Now, for all of you that don't have a super ego because you just decide to come to find out, lizard brains, pooch, I'm going to want to sue each and every one of the prisons of the United States of America. These mandatory reporters are the actual employees of the Department of Corrections in each state of the United States. Now, let's say they became aware, yes, of possible child abuse or neglect, yes, during the course of their employment. Now, I would have said, yes, it probably involved being on the clock at the time of the awareness of the child abuse and neglect. But that could have been wrong. I could have gotten the whole definition of what does it mean during the course of their employment. Why don't you get me the last 40 years of the employees of the Department of Corrections? Yes, in each and every county and state of the United States. Phew. Now, it could have been from the time that you applied to be a prison guard, yes, until the actual date of the termination of your employment. Now, let's say this state decided, yes, they didn't have a super ego. Ouch! They decided that they did not have a moral compass. Right. For some reason, they don't have a problem with the